building. First movie deep dive of the year. Football is over, at least fantasy is over. Diving into movies every single Monday. Story, let me start you off with this. Is this an all-time comedy for you, and where does it rank? We're talking Step Brothers. Where does it rank on the pantheon of comedies for you?
I understand that this movie might not be some people's cup of tea. It could be considered lowbrow, kind of cheesy, kind of stupid in some respects. But for me, this is the most quality, like absurdist comedy that I can remember. So it's top 5 comedies for me all time, and it's probably the most quotable movie in my repertoire.
This or Dumb and Dumber for you? Because I know you're a big Dumb and Dumber fan.
Yeah, I am a big Dumb and Dumber fan, but this, it's close, but it is this.
So for me, I'm not the biggest Will Ferrell fan. When I say that, like some people are just obsessed with Will Ferrell. So I do love him. Obviously, I prefer him in lesser dose, right? So I don't like him to be the total lead. Where in this case, he is pretty much the 1A or 1B of this movie. Ray, is this your favorite Will Ferrell performance? Favorite Will Ferrell movie?
Probably no and no.
Oh, okay.
What is?
I personally like I personally just as a performance, I like his favorite performance is for me is I know, and I think you're not a fan of it, but sorry, I don't know if you are either, but I really like him doing Ron Burgundy. Like just him acting that character is just so funny to me. This is really good. This movie is really good just because it's like such a realistic, plot in a way. You know what I mean? Obviously, there are many unrealistic things, but there are plenty of things. Like there are plenty of people out there, I'm sure, who've had rich families and just living off them and doing their thing. Doing nothing basically, like these guys have done their whole lives. And then I was gonna say, I really, really like Will Ferrell in Old School as well. I know that's not him like as the centric character. That's why I'd say probably I like him as Ron Burgundy more, but that's obviously like just a crazy stereotype, like 70s. Just crazy anchor, you know what I mean? But I really do like this movie. I don't even know if it's top 5 for me, but it's if it's not,
he's really selling it. He's really selling it. This is my second favorite Will Ferrell.
I've just seen it so many times and I love it. Like it's such an easy rewatch. It's like I just can rewatch it 1,000 times and never get sick of it because it's so well done.
And you can dive in at any point. It's one of those movies where Dumb and Dumber, I want to watch start to finish. In this movie, I don't care where I'm at. If it's the Catalina wine mixer, I'm going to stick around. If it's the beginning, I'll watch the whole thing. It's my second favorite Ferrell. My favorite is Old School. I mentioned that I like him in a little bit lower capacity. Old School, Frank the Tank is my all-time favorite Will Ferrell. I mean, and then I think Ron Burgundy's right up there as well. It's probably his best character he's played, just because it's so well written for just stupid Will Ferrell, which he is an expert in. So I asked you guys a question before we got in here. And I'm going to play the clip, and I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Story, kick it off, man. I want your 3, your favorite dinosaur, your favorite non-pornographic magazine to jerk off to, and then if you were a girl, what guy would you sleep with?
So it's Carnotaurus is my favorite dinosaur, favorite magazine, the Sears catalog, and then if I was a girl, it'd be Tom Cruise. Dude,
He's tiny.
Yeah, but get to sleep with the preeminent action star of the 90s and 2000s. Come on. The stories you'd be able to
tell.
Small
dick for sure. Yeah, he just talk about Scientology the whole time. Yeah, what dinosaur is that?
Carnotaurus? It's like a smaller T-Rex with horns, but it's a badass.
Oh, was that the one that's in the third one? Jurassic Park 3?
No, that was like their hybrid version.
No, I know, but
that's badass, bro.
I think I have an idea of
real dinosaur. It's like I said, it's like a 3/5 size T-Rex with horns.
All right, Ray, what's your 3 favorite dino magazine and guy to sleep with?
I mean, I've always been obsessed with dinosaurs when I was growing up as a kid because of Jurassic Park. I really don't I have a hard time just like putting down one. Velociraptor, T-Rex, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, but if I had to choose just one, it'd probably be Velociraptor. Even though I know the movies don't depict what they were, but nonetheless, they're still badass birds. And Sports Illustrated Swimsuit edition, easy.
Yeah, I guess that's non-porn. It's teetering the line, but I'll give it to you.
It's not sold as the porno, but damn well close. And guy that I would sleep with. Either Paul Walker or Heath Ledger. I'm gonna go with one of the dead guys.
Well, they're both.
Hey, I told you I have those are my two like top 5. My dream guys are both dead. Okay, my favorite dinosaur. This might seem like a cop out. I'm gonna go T-Rex just because as a kid, Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
that was the shit. Velociraptor would be the second one, and then whatever the dinosaur is that kills Newman, you know, that's one that spits out the venom.
Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, Dilophosaurus.
Okay, that one's pretty cool. I'll go with that one just because it's pretty cool, although it was really small. Favorite magazine? Can I say Cat Fancy, or is that just illegal?
I don't know what is it?
It's just a magazine about cats.
There's a magazine about cats.
So Cat Fancy, you know, in Truman Show where he's getting the Dog Fancy magazine.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard of this magazine.
So basically, what we were getting at is Rob is just into bestiality. I mean, he's just announced
that was the joke. You didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
No, I know.
One guy to sleep with. I'm gonna kind of go Ray. Ooh, Guns and Ammo's good. No, probably Sears. I had Sears written down. So story, I tie you there. And then how Ray was like trying to name a bunch of dinosaurs because he couldn't pick one. That's kind of my answer with guys to sleep with. Just because I kind of like them all. But I would say Brad Pitt has to be just all-time pantheon. 99 Brad Pitt, Fight Club Brad Pitt, shirtless Brad Pitt, bad boy Brad Pitt.
Really bad. You down with that?
Now he does. I'm telling you, 99 Brad Pitt didn't smell bad.
Oh, 99. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
2001 Ocean's 11 Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go.
Fight Club Brad Pitt.
One other question for you guys. Who is the bigger loser? So when we did Dumb and Dumber, we tried to figure out who was dumber between the two characters, and we agreed that it was Jim Carrey's character, right? It was dumber.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
He couldn't read.
Right. Correct.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So this one is who's the bigger loser, Brendan or Dale? Like who is like they were both bad influences on each other, but let's say if you take them apart, let's say they never got together, who was more likely to succeed in life? Obviously, probably neither, but who was more likely to succeed in life? Story, is it Brendan or Dale?
So I originally wrote down Brennan was the bigger loser because at least Dale gets a job on his own, right? Brennan has to go to his brother to get a job, but then he does well in this helicopter leasing business, and even though he would get fired without Robert there, I think that he's going to go to Enterprise Rent-A-Car where they give you the tools to be your own boss. So I think I wrote down Brennan originally, but I'm going to go with Dale.
What do you got, Ray? You have a decision? It's a tough one.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's pretty easy. It is Dale because especially the way that you prefaced it, like if they never met, who would end up becoming successful? Brennan's mom literally made his brother help him. You know what I mean? Like, and when she forced him to do that, like Story said, he succeeded. Dale literally had no interest and intentions of getting a job ever. You know what I mean? Like, just literally like, he's like, I want to work with the family job, but you're a doctor. Trust me, I've been telling him that for years. It's like, you don't just just pick up the family business, and your family business is your dad's business, a doctor. Like, that's just not a thing unless you actually.
Dale's delusional, to your point. He's delusional. He actually thinks he is successful. Where like Brennan knows who he is, right? He's more innocent, and I feel
his
like
brother
Dale
reminds him all the time.
This is a house of learned doctors. Like he thinks he's an actual doctor, and the story says where he beat up the giraffe with his bare hands. Like he's literally just clueless and just has a higher self-worth. Like he thinks he's just better than he is. So I think that alone, his ego would stop him from ever getting a job at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, for instance. So it was a good exercise, and it's a tough one because they're both idiots. Shout out Jason, what's going on, bro? Okay, so let's get into the movie here. A couple ideas that I read that were pretty interesting. So the movie essentially started off with a couple ideas. It was like skits essentially, and the first idea was bunk beds collapsing. Was like just a premise, right? Like, let's make a movie, and like they kind of wrote the script around these really stupid ideas. And the second one was just having little kids like beat up grown adults, which I absolutely love that scene. And do you like Guacamole? Did you guys know this movie? The original cut of this movie was 4 hours long. Because like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was like longer than that. But yeah, so there's a 4-hour cut of this movie. I know Anchorman was similar with that long of an uncut version, but like what did they do for a 2.5 hours to fill this movie?
Improvising.
Like, the original cut.
Yeah, so they must have just
Straight
let
improvising.
I must have just let Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly riff, and then while Adam McKay in the background interjects with his thoughts too. So I'm sure those three together is comedy gold.
Well, especially with Adam McKay or Adam Scott, Adam McKay, he wasn't supposed to like. I mean, the guy that plays his brother, that's Adam Scott, or is that Adam McKay?
So Adam McKay is the director.
The director,
and
actually. Adam
yeah.
Scott's the actor, right? That plays his brother. So he wasn't like he got on very late into the production of this thing apparently, and so like he improvised a lot of the things that he did in it. Like for instance, the whole treehouse scene, like most of that he just improvised, like talking about his abs and all that shit. Like
Yeah.
it makes
I
so
had a
much
car.
sense. This thing was right, but it's crazy. Yeah, specifically, he did say like he made that up. But this is like the perfect movie that it probably is like not that big of an actual script and just like ideas, just let them improvise it. You know what I mean? Because you can tell like where they just like are cutting from like just hours of them just blabbing on. Just like apparently Robin Williams for the genie from Aladdin apparently had like 60 hours or some shit worth of taping. You know what I mean? Like insanity. I'm sure this
Faded, a couple comments I want to get to. Yeah, this is just generally going to be a Step Brothers pod, and every Monday we're going to be doing a new movie. We put it in the Discord up to a vote. I'll put up like 5 movies, and you guys choose what we talk about. We will have some shows where we're going to do like top 10 movie endings, stuff like that. We mix it up. We let you guys choose what we talk about. So just to clarify there. So this movie wasn't a flop per se, but compared to what Will Ferrell had been putting out, it was a little bit, wasn't received that well. Obviously, critically not received well, but didn't make the money it should have. And I have a theory. I think this was Will Ferrell fatigue. So I'm going to put up this list of movies. So like he was just literally spitting these movies out, man. So I think it was Ferrell fatigue. You know how like Jordan didn't win the MVP that one year and Karl Malone got it just because they were sick of giving it to Jordan every year. So I feel like people were just kind of sick of Will Ferrell. So you had Old School, Elf, Starsky and Hutch, Anchorman. Let's see, Kicking and Screaming, which is that soccer movie, which is that one's pretty bad, I think.
Got Dick in it. It's got some funny lines.
Kicking and Screaming, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
that's got Mike Dick in it, right?
Yeah.
That was just a 3-year stretch. Wedding Crashers, Talladega Nights, Stranger Than Fiction, Blades of Glory, and then Semi-Pro. So I feel like leading up to this movie were his 2 biggest flops in terms of like movies Will Ferrell fans didn't really like. I mean, I kind of like Semi-Pro. Blades of Glory is not great. So like those 2 movies came up right before Step Brothers. So you think that had something to do with it? Because the premise is great. Like we already saw John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell dominate together as co-stars. So like why did this movie not really like hit the mainstream right away?
Yeah, I would say that's probably part of it, but I would also say the movie, if you didn't like it, you weren't going back to see this movie. It probably didn't have a ton of lasting power. So I bet a lot of people saw this and was like, this is stupid, this is ridiculous. And then once it started coming out on Comedy Central and TBS, I'm sure it gained a second life there. This is this movie is 2008. So Elf was 2003. Is that right? What I saw up there? That's
correct.
Wild.
Yeah.
So, I would bet that's part of it too. I mean, the thing is like it barely made its money back. So for a comedy, the budget was relatively high, and it's star power right there. But for it to only make 130 million or so, that's a big dip versus what Will Ferrell had been doing the 5 years prior.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, making your money back is always fine, but like when you have Will Ferrell, you expect triple, right? I mean, that's the goal. I want to ask you about, so Will Ferrell's run we just put up there was pretty epic, man. A lot of the same parts, obviously. These comedians kind of just stick in their lane. So I'm going to compare it to Sandler and Jim Carrey. So who is your preference out of those 3? Sandler, Jim Carrey, and Will Ferrell. Ray, who do you prefer? If you had to only have one of these actors in your life, let's say the other 2 didn't exist, you had to choose one, who you choosing?
Well, if it was just for comedies, I would say I have Sandler because Jim Carrey has a more of a wider spectrum, even though Uncut Gems was a badass movie. But I'd still just probably say, Will or Adam Sandler, because I'm just more of an Adam Sandler guy with his movies. in his run that he had. But that's just my preference.
Story, who you leaving out? Or who's your favorite and who you leaving out?
This was tough because a lot of my value programming years were the Will Ferrell, that stretch run between 2002 and 2011 or so. And if you take out Will Ferrell, you don't get all the SNL comedy gold that Will Ferrell did for years. So as much as it pains me to say, I got to leave out Jim Carrey. Like, I cannot. If we didn't have Will Ferrell, we wouldn't have gotten Cowbell. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't have gotten Get Off the Roof. Like we like. There's tons of SNL stuff that I would miss out on.
Well, that's a nice thing with Adam Sandler as well, because he has a lot of great SNL stuff too in his catalog.
So Jim Carrey was like the Led Zeppelin or like the Beatles. Like, so look at this run. The craziest thing is Jim Carrey in 1994, Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber all in the same season.
Absolutely insanity.
Like three bangers that made
crazy
hundreds of millions of dollars each. So like, but his run was much shorter. Adam Sandler's still making movies, right? And Will Ferrell had like a 12-year run. Batman Forever, Ace Ventura 2, Cable Guy, Liar Liar, Truman Show, Man on the Moon, Me, Myself, and Irene, all in 5 years. Like, that's even crazier. Like, Adam Sandler's run was solid as hell. But like that run, like, so Sandler, we had Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Bulletproof, Wedding Singer, Dirty Work, Waterboy, Big Daddy, Deuce Bigelow, which I think he's just a producer on, and then Little Nicky. So it's mostly just Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and Waterboy were, I guess, three bangers. But so I guess my thing is, who had the crazier run? Are you a Little Nicky fan, Story?
No, not particularly. There's a lot of Sandler stuff that not very engaging.
You guys agree, though, that Jim Carrey's run, like that 5-year run, was the best of all of them? When you have Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Batman, Ace Ventura 2, Cable Guy, Liar Liar, Truman Show, and Me, Myself, and Irene in a 5-year stretch. That's like all pretty fucking big movies, dude.
Big movies, but like not every performance in there is worth its weight. I would say I would agree with you, but like let's not confuse Batman and Robin with like even Liar Liar, which is an underrated comedy gem.
But we all agree that Truman Show is the best performance of all of the, like, so, you know, Adam Sandler had Uncut Gems and like there's some other stuff that happens later in their career. Jim Carrey kind of did this right in the middle of the peak. Like, this is early for like a dramatic role. I know there's comedic elements to that movie, but like we all love Truman Show. We're gonna be doing that on this very show here in a couple months. But that's what for me puts Jim Carrey above the rest for that run. Now Jim Carrey just fizzled out and like died essentially. I think he lost his goddamn mind. That's what happened. Or he just like drowned in money. One of those two things.
Well, I mean, I think he got sick of doing the same thing in and out, and he wanted to try different things. And he at least has some range to be able to do that. I mean, I don't know. Has Ferrell done anything drama-wise?
He has, but nothing. I don't think he's not had a performance like an Uncut Gem or a Truman Show, like to his name, that I can think of, at least at the top of my head. I could be wrong, but...
All right, Roger Ebert.
Go on, sir.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
What would you guys guess Roger Ebert gave this?
Oh, I looked it up. I know what he gave him.
Ray, what do you think?
Probably 1 star.
1.5 stars. He says,
I think
pretty iconic review. If you want some entertainment, go read this review. I have a couple quotes here. He called it the feel bad comedy of the year, which is crazy because it's such a feel good movie. He said, sometimes I think I'm living in a nightmare. What is going on here? And I guess my theory is, you know, how he's dead now. And I wonder if like his last thought as he was dying was just like him being pissed about, you know, the nutsack on the drum set, which you could tell that definitely would have pissed him off. Like such a serious movie critic. And you see the nutsack, which is a great scene, by the way. It's an awesome scene.
I couldn't. Do you guys know? Was that his real balls? I couldn't find it.
No.
I would hope. I'm just saying. I would just give a little hope out there. But of course, I think that'd have to then bump up the ratings to not be just
here. I have a little note on that real quick. It's dude, it was, let's see, they were like $100,000. No, 2K. They were between $2,000 and $20,000 for the fake balls. So that's where some of that
that's amazing.
Some of the money for the movie went.
That's so great.
Yeah. So Roger Ebert had said, when did comedies get so mean? Step Brothers has a premise that might have produced a good time in the movies, but when I left, I felt a little unclean. I just want, like, comedies have been mean for a long time. Like, are we forgetting the
Back to
Three
the 80s?
Stooges? Like even one of the classics, Dumb and Dumber, is a super mean movie. So I'm not sure why this one
Rips
got
off a blind kid.
he might have been tainted a little bit because it is a crass movie in terms of some of the jokes and some of the swears in it. But yeah, I find that to be a somewhat narrow worldview when it comes to this particular movie.
And
All right,
it's like,
I have my dad's review.
I
Sorry,
was
go
gonna say,
ahead,
it's
Ray.
like, well, I was gonna say it's like he says these things, and I'm sure I guarantee when Animal House came out, he probably I don't know, like I want to look up his review on that because if he has one, I would just love to know if he has a great review on that because the amount of uncool, like normal things that happen.
Leering at a girl, there's the date rape scene, leering at the girls through the window, the horse that dies in the bed. Like, dude,
Right.
that's
leaving the drunk girl in the
still
car
freaking out about
on the
that
front
one.
doorstep, like all this shit, dude.
Yeah, look that up. And I got a special segment here following Roger Ebert's review. Some of these movies I had my dad give us a review, and here's my dad's review. This is me and Nico did this movie a couple years ago, so this is a clip from that.
Dad, hey, what's up?
Hey, what are you doing, man?
You're on the podcast. What do you think about Step Brothers?
I never liked it.
Yeah, why?
Because I thought they acted like retarded gay guys.
Whoa, I mean, you're on the podcast, man.
Oh, sorry. They talk like mentally ill. What's the word I'm looking for?
You can't be too fucking... Whatever, that's going on the first cut. I love it. Don't try to get PC. We don't get PC up in here.
Nothing's too much for this podcast. Okay. Have you revisited that with him since the last 2 years? Rob, you're on mute. You're on mute.
You're on mute, Rob.
Hopefully it's in 30 years from now. But when my dad passes, I want that written on his gravestone. Is what do you think about Step Brothers?
Play that clip at his funeral.
Yeah,
Real quick,
it's pretty great. He's so happy about it. He just hates Will Ferrell.
That is a great clip. Like, yeah, like you said, like, by the way, everybody, I just have one final clip to play in honor of my father. And you just go up to the microphone at the funeral and just play that
Retarded gay guy. Not very PC. The most non-PC statement ever made.
By the way, can you guys want to give a nice guess what Roger Ebert gave Animal House?
2.5 stars.
I'm gonna say 3. I think he liked it.
4? Okay.
No way.
RogerEbert.com.
No way.
Animal and National Lampoon's Animal House, 4 stars.
That's wild to me.
So he,
Yeah,
so apparently he just has gotten.
Correct.
He became a curmudgeon in his older age. Is what it was.
Yeah, correct. He evolved with the times.
But that movie is so much more offensive, and like I guess this movie's probably dumber. But
Way
like,
dumber,
come
for
on,
sure.
like on terms of being offensive. All right, let's get to our favorite scene here, boys. Let's see here. I have to do all this producing in real time, so I'll get the hang of it. I will get the hang of it. So here we go. Best scene. So I'm going to give you a couple honorable mentions, and then you guys can talk about your favorite ones. So some smaller scenes I love is talking to Nancy about seeing Dale. Talking to his dad about just why they have to live there, about Nancy has to move in and all that shit. And just let's say I got a luscious bead of hair going down from my chest pubes and my ball fro. And just that whole conversation, like, is I think one of my all-time favorite. I don't know. That's just John C. Reilly fucking cooking. And you really can't get any better than that.
So
Just
good, dude.
the
The way that he go, like, because especially he's such a hairy individual that it's such an easy visual for him to say that I have a hair V going down to my ball fro. And then she says, "Oh, I've had the bull, man, I have the young buck." And she grabs up and shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Another small one that I think actually might be a top 3 favorite scene for me is the first dinner scene, how awkward it is. And like the little details they put in this movie, which I love, is
so good.
How they're eating, the parents are eating like salad and fish and like they're drinking like wine and they're just having fucking dino nuggets with their specific sauces, right? And then
Kool-Aid.
And then Nancy's like, Dale, what have you been up to?
Fantasy League. Dude, I was gonna say, like, the reason I love that so much is like the innuendos that those two do while they're eating to make you feel like you're literally watching 2 10-year-olds, even 8-year-olds. If you want, we can go even younger. Like having a first dinner of being a stepbrother situation, and literally everything except the vulgarity that they go on is really basically what you would expect in that same exact situation if they were actually like 8 years old, 10 years old.
Dale's
So-
drinking like a Pepsi, and Brennan has like blue Gatorade, I think.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
just
think
like-
I'm gonna
Just
go
like what
Kool-Aid.
they're eating is
Right.
fucking awesome, and like the special sauce, how pissed he is that he doesn't want to share it, and like all the ketchup that fucking Dale
And the
has.
way they're
like,
eating it
that's
too,
such
just
like a 10-year-old thing. Yeah, licking their fingers. Story, give me your a couple favorite scenes here.
Yeah, the interview scenes I think are pretty funny. The Pan situation is pretty good. The homemade bunk beds crash, the follow up to that. I mean, everybody's gonna say the dinner scene, the boats and hoes, but my favorite is probably the first night when they're in the beds across from each other, and the insults, they're trading barbs back and forth. Like, I would have loved to be on. I bet people were absolutely rolling on set, had to do multiple takes because of the insults. It's some of the funniest comedy. I do also think when Nancy and Brennan drive to the house, that's intercut with Dale and Robert talking in the kitchen. That's also a pretty good scene right there too.
Not gonna call him dad. Like, I wouldn't expect you to call him dad. You're 39 years old. Like, I'm not going to.
not.
I wouldn't if there was a fire. Ray, what is your favorite scenes?
So I really, of course, when after the interviews and they have to go home, and it's like, all right, well, let's go. He's like, what time is it? It's 4:32. We need to go this other way. Why? I can't go this way. Meeting with the kids. Is that Dale Dobek? Let's make him eat dog shit or make him lick dog shit. And then, oh, is this your butt buddy? If you're referring to me as butt buddy, then yes, I am. But I have a name, and my name is Brennan Wolf, or whatever his last name is. And then that's when the little gingerhead kid just comes up
Brennan
and socks him right. Huff, thank you. Yeah, and his nail just socks him right in the fucking mouth. And then, like, by the way, I love the fact that they have a shout out to old dog shit that's white. I used to see old white dog shit. I cannot literally remember the last time I actually seen that. I don't know about
People
you
have
two.
two dogs, people.
Yeah, but that one's awesome. When we get introduced to Derek in the car with them, Sweet Child of Mine, that's just perfect acting. So good. Like, it's just a perfect introduction to how big of a douchebag this guy is. Because he's just berating his wife. His two kids are just literally like little hell demons. They're a different version of the twins in The Shining. It's just like a comedy version of that. You know what I mean? Like, and
Kind of similar to the kids in Talladega Nights too.
just
little
complete
shits,
opposite
right?
in a way. Just right, but it's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like rich bratty. Right. That's a good call.
Oh, you remember the scene, the scene they cut, the Christmas scene where they asked the girl what she wants for Christmas, and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna get breast implants because I'm not totally happy with my body yet." Or like, obviously, the parents are just so wrapped up in their own shit that they don't care about these kids, although they're like dressed really well. They pay $1,200 a week for voice lessons, right?
Mhm.
That's a cut scene. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh my God, that's the scene where Dale and Catherine Hahn are banging in the side room,
Mhm.
and they like
Oh, I
bust through the
don't think
door,
I've ever
and
seen
like you're
that.
still
Is it-
inside of her.
It's on the DVD.
Oh, it's really good. It's
Yeah,
really
it's-
good. No, but I know that, I told you there's 4 hours of total. This is like one of the main like deleted scenes that is on the DVD
okay.
and just on YouTube. You can find it.
I was
Pretty
gonna say
good.
The last one, I have a hard time deciding between either the fight on the front lawn, which is just comedy gold, or an absolutely awesome scene when they sing at the Catalina Wine Mixer and perform. I love both those. Like, those are also just great scenes for different reasons.
I love
but both
anything
awesome.
with Derek. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned, the Sweet Child of Mine thing, just how he's talking to Catherine Hahn when she's singing. Like,
Yeah. By the way, the kids were both flat and sharp, so it's not just Catherine Hahn.
There you go.
I have one late addition I added to this list that I didn't even have originally. I watched it one more time last night, and the sleepwalking scene is
Oh my
the
God,
culmination of just all the shit that has happened, and like Richard is just so pissed at this point. He comes back to the Cheesecake Factory. He's essentially about to get divorced, and he's just fed up with all their shit. This is after the boat getting wrecked and everything that's happened. and they just start throwing the presents in, and they bring the Christmas tree, and he's like, I'm gonna wake him up, and just how pissed off he is. And then just the image of him just getting thrown down the stairs with the music playing, and just how old he is.
Dude,
like
when his head
I can
hits
watch
the
that
bottom
scene.
like that is they literally. I'm with you. Like it's just the whole perfect setup of them grabbing him, freaking out. They're screaming, and he's yelling, trying to tell her to help. And he just throw him down the stairs, and the music, and then his head at the very, just literally perfectly just going through the wall. I mean, yeah, that's just perfect.
Man.
Greatness.
So what's our vote? We got to find one. What I actually think that one might be my favorite. I know it's a weird one, the sleepwalking scene, just because where it's at in the movie, and just like it's funny just because all the shit that's happened before, and it just fits so well like what they would do, and like how pissed that he is about everything that's happened. Mr. Doback, I'm talking about. So what is your vote, Story?
Well, mine is actually and Jason said it earlier, the scene after I guess it's two scenes, the car ride home from Derek's birthday party that bleeds into the living room scene when Brennan yells up the stairs at Robert, and then he starts banging him. So that would be my vote for favorite. That's the one that I think is the best scene. The just how heartbroken they are that he didn't appreciate the effort that they put into the music video. You've been very cold and distant to us.
The real question is, are you going to invest?
You jagaloons.
Asking him to invest after like wrecking the boat, and it's just like
you wrecked my boat, you fucking goo.
But besides from the damage to the boat, which we are going to fix, they don't say pay for. They said they're gonna actually fix it themselves, right?
He says it much calmer. He said, which we are going to fix. Like it's all good. I mean, for me, I really think I think it's a compilation of just all the. Because I forgot to say that when you bring up the sleepwalking, I think every single time the hardest I ever laugh, because it is just so stupid, is when they are first shown sleepwalking and they just go into the kitchen. I know that's very simplistically stupid, but that with the combination of what we just talked about with them doing every time they're sleepwalking, I laugh just every time. But I know there's smarter, better stuff. But just I don't know. That's just so easy. It just makes me laugh every time. But it's. But I mean, I know it's probably the dumbest answer, but it is the boats and hose. Is just that was so unexpected when that happened. Between the whole music video, the ending, the aftermath scene in the car. I mean, that is epic writing right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. If we're voting on it, I would go with that as well. The boats and hose music video, the lead up to the actual music video itseltle, the ending.
Yeah, it's literally that beginning to end, because at the dinner and then end the car, the music video and the before and after is, I know to do 3 different scenes, but oh my god, all that together is just
and the cultural impact. How many trivia nights have you been to where somebody names their team Prestige Worldwide?
I'm sure too many to count.
Right. And it's the big payoff of just the reveal of them wrecking the boat. And let's not forget, before that, you have the awesome bathroom sex scene with Catherine Hahn, where she's just riding it, and then she pees in the urinal, and she's just, woo!
God, you're magnificent.
I love that, dude. Catherine Hahn, fucking awesome. I can't wait to talk about her later. So Jason gave a super chat here. Need any fertilizer? I got a lot of it, 20 tons.
60
so
tons.
That's the scene where Derek's trying to sell the house, and they're totally trying to sabotage it, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna jump to a category ahead here in terms of our pee break scene. So this is the scene we want to skip the most. Now I do love that quotes, but I actually had this as my pee break scene because it's so hard to pick a pee break scene. This movie's pretty tight, and I don't want to miss a second of it. So that would be probably mine. Do you guys have one? I mean, it's hard to pick in this movie.
It's probably the first sleepwalking scene. They just felt like physical comedy for the sake of having.
It's stupid as hell.
Nancy Riley. I could skip that one. I could also skip the white dog shit licking as well. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that one.
So you don't like them getting their ass kicked?
That is fine. I guess it's
the
just
dog licking, the shit licking and all is bad, but the whole conversation's awesome.
Yeah, the whole conversation's outstanding.
You don't like seeing the actual shit.
I just
don't like seeing
I just figure that's all part of the same scene. You're not gonna get up in the middle of that to go pee. But I guess if it's coming,
it's only a few seconds. All right, so I'll take that off the list and I'll just go with the.
No, because I mean, we're talking about you've seen the movie, it's coming. It's all right. He punched him. They're about to lick the dog shit and go take a piss because I don't need to watch it. So that's a fair
bottle of water.
All right, moving
I
on to
was saying-
casting What If. Story, what did you find for this?
Oh, yeah.
Literally,
what do you got,
Everyone
Ray?
asked me my pee break. Got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, my bad. What's your pee break?
I had a hard time. I just chose
a lot
one
going
just
on
to-
here.
just to- I know. I'm saying I just chose one just to choose one because for the sake of it. If I had to choose one, it would be at some point during the growing up montage because it's just like the sad point of the movie where it says all upbeat. Like, I mean, there are some actual funny points in that montage, obviously, but in the entirety of that scene, it helps to have the arc of them growing up. But in the reality, like, if you're just looking for a comedy, that's the sad low point of the movie. So you can go take a piss at that point and come back to the comedy gold.
Yeah, it's tough with this movie because it's a tight hour,
Mhm.
38 minutes. Even
Yeah.
like the non-television version is an hour, like under an
Mhm.
hour 40. So it's tough to find a scene that you would actually
All
be
right,
able to
sorry, I'm
see.
having a little internet issue here.
Yeah, your screen is frozen at the moment.
Screen frozen. You want us to move on to casting what ifs? We
Yeah.
lost- All right, I'll move on to casting what ifs.
Yeah,
So
go
I
ahead.
don't know if you found anything, Ray, but the only thing that I found, because this was written by Will Ferrell and Adam McKay,
Correct.
produced Judd Apatow handed producing. So you had to figure it was written for Ferrell and John C. Reilly. But the only thing I could find was the auditions for Derek. So it was Tom, in addition to Adam Scott, Thomas Lennon, who's Lieutenant Dangle from Reno
Right.
911, Dak
Mhm.
Shepard, and John Hamm, which is an interesting one.
John Hamm.
Yeah,
That would have been very interesting.
this was like right when he started.
Those other two I could see doing it, but like John Hamm would have definitely came out of like left field. But I mean, he's a good enough actor; he definitely could pull it off. It just would have been shocking to see him like doing this dialogue. Even though, like I said, I'm pretty sure that Adam Scott like improvised most of it. But either way, the idea is the same to being a asshole uppity brother. So that would be interesting. But I could see those other guys doing it pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, and John Hamm is he's proven he's got
I
comedy.
would have liked
chops.
John Hamm.
At the time, though, he wasn't known as a comedic actor, so
Correct.
that would have been an interesting choice.
Because that would have been right around Mad Men, right? Or was Mad Men after? Like,
Like right at the
Mad
start of
Men's- Right. Okay. I was gonna say Officer Dangle would have been pretty funny. Like I was a big 911 guy. But like it's just because when he's done movies, he sometimes plays that like gay guy where he's like a serious sometimes like in the movie like he's like I don't know like I could see him doing a good brother like in this role for that. He's a funny actor.
All right. The only one I found was John Hamm, and I go back to the Curb Your Enthusiasm, John Hamm when he's essentially trying to be Larry David, which did prove to me a little bit of John Hamm's. Now he's not necessarily trying to be too funny in that, but I think he has more range than maybe people are giving credit for. All right, Story, it's your segments, recasting couch. Anxious to see what you have here for us in this segment, guys. If you're new to the show, Story, we're all going to do this, but it's mostly Stories goes out all in on this one. We recast the movie. Are you doing modern day? Are you doing just anything, any recast, or what are you doing?
Call it like this would have made sense like 5 years ago, or when did the movie Get Out come out? Like,
Get Out was
2008.
about during COVID,
Get
I
Out.
think. I think that was 2020. I
Okay,
believe.
so that should be a hint that where I'm going with this. So I would go Brennan. I want to go Keegan Michael Key and Dale Jordan Peele. I think those two together would be
Ooh.
awesome. And then for Robert, the dad, I'll go with remember the dad from Family Matters, Reginald Vell Johnson. I think he would be an awesome like fed up kind of guy. The mom, Nancy, I go Angela Bassett, who's an outstanding actress, both serious and comedic. So Derek, you're gonna have to say he was adopted, but Sean William Scott, who can play a douchey guy, no questions asked. Alice, I want to go with Amy Poehler. She's got like a ton of comedy chops. And then Randy, who's Rob Riggle's character, I'd like to see what Ben Stiller could do in that role.
That'd be good.
GT says, damn, Story, all dark meat. Love it.
Yeah.
By the way, I was supposed to announce that Story last night on the show. We were doing Marry, Fuck, Kill, and for the panel on the show, me, you, and Ray.
Oh, bro, your
And
wife.
I forget who it was. You were the one that they wanted to marry, and I was
Hey,
gonna
all
get
right.
killed. And it was he was gonna get marry you because of the security, because you seem like a very stable guy.
Oh well, I like financial security or like
I think just
Whatever.
everything.
Not
Mental,
yeah,
just
everything.
mental stability,
All the
security, and money.
just don't bother
Financial
me
stability,
from
security.
11:30 a.m. on Sundays until after the podcast is done.
Fair enough. Ray, did you recast this?
Not as far as he did. I for the dad wise, I mean, I know he's older, but like if Jerry Stiller, like,
Oh, that would have been good.
you
Well,
know what I
he's
mean,
dead.
like, I'm just, I know, but I'm like, but like, I guess like during Seinfeld age, because that's pretty much probably the same age
Yeah.
that this guy was during this movie. So that I think that age, like, that would have been pretty funny. For the brothers wise, I thought that maybe like going with the, I was thinking of like, I wasn't just thinking of SNL when these guys, they were on SNL together. Bill Hader and Andy Samberg. I don't know if you guys like those guys.
Dude, I love Bill Hader and Andy
yeah.
Samberg.
Yeah, I think that they would be pretty good at that. And this next two would be a little bit difficult because they're not necessarily the same age right now. But if one was a little bit younger, I think it'd be pretty good. It would be Danny McBride and Shane Gillis for a more current thing. Especially, I was trying to think of somebody else maybe other than Shane Gillis. I like Shane Gillis, but I think Dan McBride for sure. And I was trying to come up with like somebody that would be really good with this. I don't know, this type of movie. I could see Danny McBride doing pretty good at it.
All right. I want to recast Rob Riggle. Not a fan of Rob Riggle. I know that's kind of a hot take, but
Dude,
give me
he's
Zach
great in this
Galifianakis.
fucking movie.
Yeah, Rob Riggle's not very funny. No, I'm funny
In
with
this-
Rob Riggle.
what?
Rob Riggle,
Dude, this movie
Hilarious.
kills it.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah. So do you find him?
The only
funny
thing
in
that's
Hangover?
funny I noticed is when he says boobs. No, I don't find him funny in anything he's ever done. I don't know. He's just not my guy.
What?
Don't like him.
Dude, he's funny in Hangover.
I don't know why. Whatever. I don't think
Hater.
he's very funny. I never laughed at Rob
Hate
Riggle.
in your heart.
Bill
Hey,
Hader is much funnier than Rob
we
Riggle.
are the
Okay, so
player
Zach
haters
Galifianakis for that
club.
part.
The player haters ball.
Robert
Bowser.
Downey Jr. for Derek. I love
Mhm.
Robert Downey Jr. playing that dickish
Yeah.
role. Just think of essentially think of
Due Date,
what's the
something like that.
remake of Plain String? Yeah, Due Date. Yep, like a younger version of that, Due Date. And then I have a question of, and I know they're dead. Well, one of them's dead. Could Chris Farley and David Spade, would this work with those two? The
Yeah.
Tommy Boy vibes.
Spade would have to be stupider than he did with Farley.
Yeah.
He'd have to dumb himself down, but that might make it that much better.
It would
So,
be
like,
Joe Dirt type David
yes,
Spade.
there you go. There you go. Yeah, if it was Joe
Right?
Dirt with a Tommy Boy, like those two being brother, step brothers, that could definitely work out some way or another.
Did you?
And
did
then
you
for
see-
Robert, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up.
For Robert, which one would you prefer, Richard Gere or Ted Danson? Now, Ted Danson's a total dick and curb, so I kind of like the vibe there.
I
And
would-
Richard
I was-
Gere
I-
might be too
my initial-
serious, but
My initial thought was Ted Danson when you said the two names.
you think
You know,
Richard Gere could do this story? Because Richard Gere has some range.
What? I mean, has he done has Richard Gere done anything?
No, that's why I want to see it. That's why I want to see it.
Ted Danson's married to Mary Steenburgen.
Yeah. And Dakota says a good call here. Adam Sandler and Chris Farley. That would work. I
That would
just love
definitely
Joe
work.
Dirt. I think that David Spade can be that little conniving
Yes.
prick.
I don't know,
And last
man.
one's Mary Steen
David
for
Spade.
Mary, Goldie Hawn.
Okay. Yeah.
She's got to be a sweetheart. It's got to be a sweetheart, right? Got to be attractive.
I take umbrage with your David Spade. The dude has been carried in Hollywood because Adam Sandler has run a day camp for his friends for the
An
last
empire, built an empire for his friends. Yeah.
Why you gotta say that? Don't besmirch the great David Spade, okay?
Dude, I'll take Rob Riggle
I love
over
it.
David Spade any day of the week.
Rob Riggle's not funny at all. Get the hell
Yes,
out of
he
here. with
is.
Rob
Shut
Riggle
up.
love.
Shut up. It's
I don't
fun.
think so. Saying "pow" over and over and over. That's the worst
It's
part
the
of the movie. is Rob
delivery.
Riggle.
It's the delivery. How is the
I don't
way
like
he
his
del-
delivery.
Yeah.
You know, if he delivered me
Fair
food,
enough.
it would come like an hour and a half later to be cold, and I wouldn't enjoy it. So that's funny. See that's funny. The delivery, that's funny.
Did you hear us laugh? Did you hear the crickets?
No, because you guys are trying to prove a point that Rob Riggle's funnier than me. So
No.
all right.
you're
Random
funny.
facts, story, kick it off. What'd you find out? What'd you learn? Anything entertaining?
Well, okay, so this is not necessarily movie related, but you know that Richard Jenkins is from DeKalb, right? DeKalb, Illinois, which is really close
No
to
way.
where we live. Did you know he's been to the club?
Yeah. What?
I met him at the club. Yeah, so there's a member who is Richard Jenkins' lawyer, and he brought him to the club for an event once. So I got to meet Richard Jenkins. So that was
No
pretty cool.
way.
Really nice guy.
What year was this? Was this before Step Brothers though?
This was after I was inside, so it would have been after 2008. It would have been after Step Brothers. It would have been somewhere between 2008 and 2011. I would bet.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it was
cool,
so cool.
Damn.
So this one is weird, but Joaquin Phoenix has said he's seen Step Brothers more than any other movie. He
I saw that.
absolutely
It's
loves it.
hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
and in case you were wondering, Will Ferrell actually sings, and John C. Reilly actually plays the drums. So they have some credence there. Adam McKay makes a cameo as one of the job interviewers, Man Without Glasses. I'm not sure where he is in that. And then this one is kind of wild. The Catalina wine mixer didn't exist prior to the movie, but was invented after the movie, and now is an annual event in Catalina, on Catalina Island.
Damn, I want to go there. Ray, what did you find out?
So Richard Jenkins, first off, he completely improvised the entire dinosaur scene. Like that just was just him on his ass, which is absolutely phenomenal because that was freaking awesome. Apparently, John C. Reilly and Richard Jenkins met in Chicago because apparently Jenkins worked with John C. Reilly's father. So John C. Reilly met him when he was like 6 years old. Apparently, pretty much all the test like crazy, but just dirty lines that Catherine Hahn with John C. Reilly, she pretty much improvised all those, just did her thing on those, which is also freaking amazing because she's so good in this movie. Have you guys seen the outtakes of this movie?
No.
There's they're literally some of the funniest fucking like where they just like, as you can imagine, like when they're in the bedroom together and Will Ferrell and him are like talking about like with the room that they got and then showing each other all the cool things they have, whatever. Like this, it's so good. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of different things, but I mean those things, and especially too, like I was saying with Adam Scott, I know, like I said, he was a last minute add to the movie because I guess the guy they originally wanted, he was in another movie and it just took longer than they anticipated. So they had to get him last minute, which clearly worked out awesome because he killed it in this. Plus, too, it was interesting that Mary, how do you say her name? Steenburgen, and she played Will Ferrell's dad in Elf too.
Mom.
Dad? She's a tranny?
Well, maybe, I guess not, but yeah, his mom.
That's pretty funny. Real quick, to wrap up your dinosaur monologue comment, which I love that scene, by the way. Like, again, Richard Jenkins like makes this movie. Also, shout out Richard Jenkins. He's awesome in everything he's in. Love him as a comedic actor. But so that was all improvised. But Adam McKay, promised Richard Jenkins that it would not be in the final cut because he was embarrassed by it. And then like he goes to the premiere and then it's just in there. And like at that point, it's already out, right? It's an ink, baby. So he was pretty upset about that he like did this whole thing about the dinosaur. I think that Adam McKay like told him to do something about a dinosaur, and then he like totally just ripped it. And I just love that scene where he's like, "Your dad, you're human. How is that a skill?" He's got his hands. He's like, and the best part about that quote, we talking about the dinosaur thing. He's like, he essentially admits he was 17 when he did this. He's like, right. And then I was, he's like, you gotta get a job, and he's like, okay. I'm 17 now, and in 17 more years, I'll get back to it after I study fucking medicine. A couple of other things. John C. Reilly actually cried during the divorce scene. So John C. Reilly, awesome, underrated actor. Awesome. I love him in everything. Perfect Storm, he's great in. Have you ever seen a bad John C. Reilly performance? I have not.
No.
Boogie Nights. Epic.
Yeah. What was that Sherlock Holmes movie with him and Will Ferrell?
Oh, Holmes and Watson.
Yeah, that
I've never seen it, but apparently that was a really bad movie.
That was atrocious, and they were
because it was apparently so bad. I didn't waste my time.
I watched it; it was terrible. But I think he was brought down by the script and then playing with Will Ferrell again. Like, I guess not put the blame on him.
It's tough to distinguish, but that would be the only one I could think of off the top of my head.
Real quick, I was gonna say that Chris Gardocki is apparently he's named after an NFL punter who played for the Bears, Colts, and Browns and Steelers, which is hilarious. And then also the sword was signed by Randy Jackson.
No way, was it really?
Yeah, and then apparently like after the movie came out, a ton of people just start coming up to him with samurai swords, katanas. Just to get
You're not gonna knock at Randy Jackson's autograph. That's great. He's walking the street. You got people with swords running at you. Taj,
You're like, okay,
this is Movie
I'm about to
Monday. We
die.
will answer your question though, bro. Taj wants to know: do you think the 49ers match up well against the Eagles?
Yes.
Story. They match up well.
So obviously the strength of the Eagles is their defense, and the strength of the 49ers is their offense. So this is one of those immovable force versus unstoppable force versus immovable object situations. What do I think could overcome? I think the 49ers offense and the play calling and how they're playing right now is superior to anything that Philadelphia could put on the field. Philadelphia feels like they lost their edge to me. And the fact that they're kind of digging in with Pachulo, and it's just like the fact that they gave up and decided like it was important enough for them to get Devonta Smith 1,000 yards in the second quarter, but not important enough for them to actually win the game, where they could have gotten a home field in the second round, the divisional round. Tells me everything I need to know about the leadership and the culture. I also saw a clip come out about Jalen Hurts in the films, and he seemed very fed up. I'm not sold whatsoever on the Eagles. I think the 49ers win this one going away.
Right?
I'm with him. Yeah, I'm with you. Story. The Eagles have definitely been on the downturn. Honestly, since that Black Friday game with the Bears. I know they weren't playing all that great before that, but they really haven't seemed to recover from that game. And just haven't been able to seem to get their mojo back. Their offense continuously seems to look bad. It doesn't seem to their defense seems to be coming together from where it was, mid-season. But I'm with Story that the offense for the 49ers right now is clicking so well right now. They're getting healthier. Plus that defense is playing pretty opportunistic right now. So I think that the 49ers should be able to win decently easy. When I say decently, 10 points ish,
Yeah. Give me the points and give me the money line on San Fran this weekend.
All right. Step Brothers, back to Step Brothers. Overacting award. Now we're getting some fun categories here, gentlemen. So I have two nominations here. Richard Jenkins. I feel like just the way he's screaming and just sometimes he's dialing it up a little bit too much. And then Rob Riggle. I think Rob Riggle's a winner. Overacting. He's terrible. There you go. What do you guys have for overacting?
Oh my God, you're just a piece of trash.
Adam Scott. I'm going to go with Adam Scott. He would I understand that's how the character. It's tough because this is how these characters are written, obviously. But this techno douche bro with Adam Scott, it's just a little over the edge for me. It's tough to. This one is a tough category, but this is what I'm going to go with. Oh no, Rob Riggle.
Dakota, thank you. Thanks,
man.
Dakota. Dakota knows balls. All right, he knows balls. Movies, actors. He knows comedy.
So my overacting award, I do also have Rob Riggle because every time that they have him on the screen, but it's on purpose, Rob. He's overacting because they want him to overact. They want him to be the most absurd. Well, maybe. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm going to notch him down like Kobayashi. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck comes up with that?
You did it so much better than him. You're funny, dude. That's funny.
And Catherine Hahn,
Riggle,
bro. Every time Catherine Hahn was on screen, she just absolutely killed it with her comedy and just the overacting of the dramatization of her love towards Dale. That Adam Scott just hates her so much that he would sort of be like, "Why are you asking about him?" Even though she would literally, if he paid any attention, she was basically drooling over him. You know what I mean? But she just hates him so much. He hates her so much and just doesn't care. So it's. I think
shove you in a little ball and just shove you up my vagina.
Every time you move,
you'll be safe in there. It's all warm and
little hairs.
All right, Heat Check Award. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple nominees. I think I'll cover everyone here, and you guys pick. So the little kid bully, who is pretty awesome. Alice, I think Alice personally is the winner, but that's Catherine Hahn. She's going for it in every single scene. Horatio Sands, the Billy Joel cover band singer, is just awesome. Like we strictly do 80s Joel, sir, and then calling the guy's wife a skank hooker.
Late 80s Joel.
We got to get into that in a second, but pretty funny. And then Derek, I have a little note here on Derek. So you know how the douchebags they'll give you nicknames for no reason, and they'll give you a bunch. So he calls Mr. Doback Bob, Robbie, and Bobby in 3 different scenes. So he's calling them a different name every time, like essentially like pet names.
He
Like
calls somebody
instead of just
Kimosabi.
Robert.
He calls somebody Kimosabi.
Yeah. So is
That's John C.
do
Reilly.
you have any other nominations to make?
Yeah, Randy, Rob Riggle. That's my vote.
I have Rob Riggle
I'm
on
not
there as
gonna talk
well.
off of that.
I had Catherine Hahn, Rob Riggle, and Adam Scott. So Derek, Alice, and
I don't know that you like. I can see Catherine Hahn being heat check, but I don't. Derek is too integral a part in the movie for me to be a heat check player.
But in reality, he's
Okay,
probably
so
honestly
what about
only on
Horatio
screen
Sands?
for-
It's good. I mean, secondarily I would go with Horatio Sands, but dude, I'm sticking with Rob Riggle.
I'm
He
probably gonna
absolutely
stick with-
nails it in every single scene that he's in.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm gonna stick with Catherine Hahn just because she really does. Like every single time she's on there, there's just you don't know what's about to come out of her mouth. Like literally, when you first watch this movie and you hear the things that come out of her mouth, it's just like it's understandable that she wants some sort of intimacy from anybody because she's married to basically the biggest douchebag on earth. But of all people, Dale.
She hates her life. Yeah. Why was Catherine Hahn not a bigger star story? Because Amy Poehler and Kristen Wiig, for instance, like they are all the noise, and like I think Catherine Hahn is way funnier than both of them, dude.
So
Every time I
mean,
see Catherine Hahn in a movie,
Amy Poehler's got the Parks and Rec juice. And have you watched Parks and Recreation?
no.
Okay, first of all, it's hilarious, and Adam Scott's in like seasons 3 through 7 or 8 or whatever they did. He's great in it, as is what's his name?
Basically, like an SNL office is the way.
Yeah, Rob Lowe's in it too, and he's hilarious. But Catherine Hahn is in probably 3 or 4 or 5 episodes, something like that, maybe half a dozen, and she absolutely nails it. Like she plays a straight-laced like election consultant, but the way she delivers, she's so much better than the town that she's in, and the way she delivers it is awesome. I don't know why she wasn't a bigger comedy star. Like she was.
She might have had a kid or something and like taking a step back. That's the only thing I can think of. But like for me, the Kristen Wiig thing, I just don't get. I was watching The Martian the other day, and Kristen Wiig pops up in that movie as like the PR girl, and like, dude, she's not funny. Like she's kind of funny in Knocked Up when she's like playing that straight lace, like take whatever you weigh and like subtract it by 20 pounds. She's like a smart ass. But like I don't find Kristen Wiig funny at all. Like her and Rob Riggle are my anti-spirit animals. Don't like them.
I was gonna say, I know that Catherine Hahn, she dipped her toes into Marvel. She got her own series in Marvel. On Disney. You can say it all you want, but how much money she fucking makes from that. So roll your eyes and say that all you want. She's laughing your ass to the bank, my friend.
Yeah, it's fine. Cool. Congratulations.
Man, hey, give her more respect so she gives us money to fund us, all right? Yeah.
Dude,
maybe she can with that money like go take some comedy classes.
I'm not a huge fan of Bridesmaids, but Kristen Wiig is probably the best part about that movie outside of John Hamm. Actually, John Hamm's pretty damn good in that. And then Catherine Hahn in We're the Millers absolutely slays me.
So good in that. Oh, I was gonna say Kristen Wiig is good in Knocked Up. The little bit of Knocked Up when she's that exec.
Yeah,
when she's
that's good.
I really don't care.
Her whole job.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. If I'm talking about Kristen Wiig in a funny thing, she's just being an asshole, kind of setting like person for that like 5-minute clip. It's not even 5 minutes, probably like 2-3 minutes. But
dude, that movie has no business being 2 hours and 15 minutes long. It has.
The last 30 minutes ruined the movie. The last 30 minutes ruined the movie. The first hour of that movie is awesome.
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's way too long.
Holy shit.
Can we talk about the Horatio Sands, the Billy Joel cover band real quick? And just why are they so like why is it only late 80s Billy Joel they cover? Like that's such a specific like do all Billy Joel or do like all late 80s. Like so they're only playing like 2 albums of Billy Joel. That's all they play. That's all they know.
The doo-wop Billy Joel stuff is a lot easier to play, I would guess. It's easier for them to practice and play. If you wanted like an in-universe answer. The real reason is because it's how the movie proceeds. That's the real reason. But if you want an in-universe answer.
Hey, but wait, guys, maybe the answer is even easier and more simplistic than this. Maybe it's just like, what's his name? Help me, Robin, Joe Dirt, the Indian guy.
Oh yeah.
Whatever
Snakes and Sparklers guy. I know.
Yeah, what I'm saying he's like I got snakes and sparklers. He's like, well, it's not. That's what I like them. It's like it's not about what you like, man. And like obviously
Right.
It's really funny because like when I really did think about that scene after I watched this movie many times, because when Joe Dirt's telling us, what would you like? Literally immediately when they announce we're late 80s Joel band, immediately the one guy screams out a song that is not late 80s Billy Joel, but is a very famous song. And he's like, hey, guy, didn't we just say, all right, late 80s, just go with it, okay? Late 80s Billy Joel sucks. Hey, get you and your skate core.
Let's keep it, Joel. Let's keep it in the late 80s. All right, hot take. You know what my hot take is, guys? I don't think Rob Riggle's my hot take.
Yeah, that's a terrible hot take.
Not in this movie in general. I don't think it's funny.
I normally don't call hot takes terrible because, they're hot takes, but that one is an objectively terrible hot take. You could interview 100 people on the street, and 100 people would say that's a terrible hot take.
Those 100 people don't know comedy.
This one is certainly very subjective, but I think the people that haven't yet watched Step Brothers, or those who say they dislike it, are mostly doing it to be contrarian because the movie has such a cult following. Like, when everybody tells you that this thing is hilarious, I get that people kind of put their defenses up, but my God, this movie is laugh out loud funny. I've seen this 36 times, just, bits and pieces on Comedy Central and everything, and I still laugh at the very first scene. It's ridiculous.
Well, I forget where my story was going.
Ah, damn it, Dale.
Eat a fish.
Sorry, Ray, I cut you off. I thought I timed it
You
good.
did on purpose. You do it normally. I'm joking. But anyways, I was going to say that story. I am one of those people just for one thing only when I was in high school. So I'm saying I agree with what you're saying with that take, is that because like when I was in high school, and remind you, so Rob was a senior and I graduated in 2009. There were people in my high school telling me straight to my face that Dave Matthews Band is the greatest band to ever make and play music, and it's not even close. Well, when people had a bold face to tell me that, or look me in the eye and say that, I just automatically took the left turn and just hated him. I really didn't hate him. I don't mind his music, but I like when people are like, oh, my favorite band, DMB. I'm like, yeah, he fucking blows. What? How dare you? I'm like, nah, he sucks. Like, but I'm just saying, I think
wake up in the morning.
I release my dumps on people. But no, my story. I think you're right though. Like you said in the beginning when we came on, story, like you said, like with this movie, you either really, if you didn't like it, it's just because you did not like the comedy and you just won't like it. Like there's no like trying to convince you to like, oh, watch it a couple more times. It's like no, like you pretty much just probably hate Dumb and Dumber as well. You just don't like this type of comedy. But yeah, I mean with hot takes. I think Rob called me out on my hot take to begin with. It's just not a top 5 comedy, but it's probably right outside my top 5 because I like a lot of more deeper cult comedies that aren't as well known, but doesn't mean this movie is
it play something for the strangers or play something from strangers?
It plays something from The Stranger. So that's the Billy Joel album. Is
the album, correct?
Oh,
right.
Yeah, it's strictly late 80s, sir. And by the way, you know who that is? Right. That's our dude. That's our dude in the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get to it.
What's his name again?
Matt
Walsh.
Matt Walsh.
Yeah. Fucking dude, Matt Walsh pops up. The best is that he's in fucking Bad Santa as the neighbor in Bad Santa. He's like, we're lighting all these lights. Like, dude, Matt Walsh. That's why we had the Matt Walsh Award just for the most random actor.
He shuts the door in his face.
I'm just gonna put in the garage.
It'll be in the garage.
There was one other thing that do you guys think Topanga's hot?
Yes.
She's
probably one of my first original because of the age I was at. When that show came out, I was probably, I don't know, 7 years old. And when I saw her, it was like, what's this? And then as I got older, she got older.
Now.
What?
I bet she looks awful now, but yeah,
no,
in
she
the
looks
show,
the
for
same.
sure.
She looks fucking awesome. She was on Dance with the
Really?
Stars. She literally looks the same,
Wow.
just like of age. She looks fucking amazing.
Of age. That's a weird way to say
Well,
that.
I'm just saying she was like 14 when that
yeah.
show ended, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was fine. Ray was 7, so it was
Don't
fine.
call me Beto Ray,
was
okay?
shoving his little meat.
It was her. What's her name? What's that actress's
Danielle
name?
Fisher.
Thank you. And Christine Lakin, who played Al in Step by Step.
Ray, we owe a chug, by the way. We got to 5. Scene we would add. You don't have to if you don't want to. I got to work early. Yeah.
Hey, listen, motherfucker. We strictly do 80s Joel music. So take your skank hooker wife and get the fuck out of here.
That's it. I said whore. He says hooker. You and your skank hooker wife and get out of here.
Now, you know what? That actually, no, I'm moving on to a scene we would add to the movie. And you know what? That actually gets me thinking maybe a scene backstage with Will Ferrell trying to,
Hiring
with
them?
Brennan trying to talk to the band. Just, yeah, something like that where like that comes up. But my actual answer was it's actually a scene they have in the movie. It's the one that you haven't seen, Story. You have to go back and watch. It's the Christmas dinner. That's the dinner where they announce that they're getting divorced, right? There's like a scene before that where Brennan goes and bangs Catherine Hahn in the side room, and the door, like the dual doors bust open, and he's inside of her. She has a skirt, and he's like, yeah, well, she had a cramp in her back, so I'm helping her out. And he's like fucking her. Awesome scene. So I just wanted another sex scene between Catherine Heigl. She's gross. Catherine Hahn and Dale. So that's my scene I'd add to the movie. Pretty perfect movie, though.
I'd add another scene of Dale and Brennan trading insults. Doesn't have to be very long, but I would like to see another one of those two just going back and forth at each other. This is a house of learned doctors. You and your mom are hillbillies.
Ray, you got a scene to add?
What's up? Yeah, I know. Yeah,
You have a scene to add?
Yeah. I just said that having some sort of when they were basically when I would say when they were trying to some way or another. I'm still trying to decide where they should add it in the movie. Maybe when the two parents are talking together as to why the kids are the way they are. But I just would love a quick little flashback to each one of their jobs they last had and seeing them fired and why they got fired. You could do that in under a minute, like a 30-second clip of each, and just add that in. Like, because obviously, so Enterprise seeing, Brandon get fired from that, and then Dale's job, God knows when last he had one. Yeah, I just think that'd be funny because like I would just love to see a reasoning, like you know what I mean, like Brandon just not showing up and sleeping in, whatever, you know what I mean, like
yeah. Story, we have a request for you. You have to read the quote. The liquid paper on a bee, and it died.
Putting the man hours to study the science of what you need. Last week we put liquid paper on a bee. It died.
It's just so fucking stupid. The pictures they have in the little slideshow too of like, there's one with a dog in it. Like, it's
got the
just
big
so
syringe.
fucking dumb.
Putting in the man hours to study the science of what you need.
what was this from again? Is this from this movie?
Prestige Worldwide. Yeah,
No,
it's the presentation.
Oh, in the presentation. That's what I'm saying. It sounded so damn familiar, but I had
Research and development.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Putting in the man hours.
Yeah. Sorry, I had my headphones off for a second. I'm like reading. I'm like, that sounds familiar, but.
All right, boys, we've come down to it. This is probably my favorite segment of the show, nitpicks, problems we have with the movie, weird things with the movie. Story, I'm going to let you lead it off for us, big guy.
Yeah, so Derek said he hasn't had a carb since 2004 when he's in the treehouse, but he was literally drinking a Heineken, which has about 12 grams carbs per serving there. So he was exaggerating or lying. This is an external problem with the movie, but it's on cable too often. It's one of those movies that I cannot kind of turn away from, but you miss out on all the good R-rated jokes and language in there. So during therapy, Dale makes a reference to Good Will Hunting and said that Ben Affleck was his best friend. You guys remember that? Well, Ben Affleck starred in Justice League with Amy Adams, and Amy Adams appeared in Night in the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian with John C. Reilly. So literally 2 degrees of separation right there. So how could that exist? How could he know about Ben Affleck in real life? Derek says, "Bomb it down the fairway, bitches." About a 3-wood? Who's knocking a 3-wood on a regular basis down the fairway? Like, why would they give him a fairway wood there? And then in the scene, the second sleepwalking scene, the tree and the presents are shown downstairs earlier, but Dale and Brennan managed to get all the presents and the tree into the master bedroom in seconds. So I don't know how they could have done that without teleporting.
And at one point, he said, "Let's get it on."
That was about the fighting. I'm so not a raper.
Ray, you got some nitpicks for me?
Yeah, number one, 0% chance that they don't get in that car crash and all die during singing. Especially like if you like actually take a good look when they swerve, like they make it really close. I have a feeling they might have like done that scene a couple times to try to get the car almost crashing. But there's just no way.
I wish Rob Riggle was in that car. If Rob Riggle was driving, I'd approve of that.
Sorry.
No. Bad take.
just in general, to be honest, I guess this is a nitpick for me as a human being, but I literally could not have a job for like as long as Dale did, like decades. Just I don't know. It's just to do nothing for that long. It's just a nitpick for me as a human. I know that's not necessarily like a major thing, but it's just I don't know, man. I could not imagine not working, like just literally doing nothing. I don't know.
I'm not working right now. I put a lot of time in the pod, but
he didn't have a pod. He was coaching one baseball team, fancy.
Yeah, that's his job. That's what he's doing.
That doesn't take full time, my friend. No 40 hours a week. But in general, I mean,
I'm ready for my. You got any more?
No, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. No, I was done. Don't worry.
Forgot to put in here. I forgot to put in weak link of the film. And by the way, we're changing this award to the Rob Riggle Award, the weak link of the film.
No, we're not. If you're getting rid of the Matt Walsh Award, you're not changing shit to Rob Riggle Award.
Well, do you guys have a weak link? Did we talk about this? We didn't talk about this.
No, but I put the mom just because I got the whole movie. Like, I feel you could replace for many different actresses. She does it well, but like,
yeah,
just saying like the way that they wanted her to act in this movie, a lot of different women actors could have came in and done the same thing. In my personal opinion,
I went with Andrea Savage. She plays Denise, the therapist.
Yeah,
pretty hot, but nothing special.
Yeah, as long as you find another good-looking woman who can just do the monotone, just like, well, that very calm, like that just has nothing to do with anything. That's just delusional. You don't know me.
I want to make bank, bro. I want to drive a Range Rover.
He says that.
You can tell he's like thinking about it too in his head. Yes. He's like, what would be an acceptable answer? I'm trying to get the parents back together.
No, like, what do you know? What wants his brother to hear? Like, yeah, man. I want to make bank, bro. I want to get girls, bitches. I want to drive a Range Rover.
If I ever have another job interview, which hopefully this podcast works and I won't have to, but I'm going to get interviewed. I'm going to film it just for the show, and I probably won't get the job. But they're going to ask me, like, why do you think you're qualified, or why do you want this job? Be like, I want to make bank, bro. I want to drive a Range Rover and see if I get the job. And maybe, hopefully, if they're a Step Brothers fan, they would fucking hire me. Yeah,
you very well could. But somebody's saying, like, what's the difference of you walking in and a guy having a Chicago Cubs thing on, and you're like, oh, hey, the Cubs, or like 311, we love 311. That'd be more of a deep dive thing, like, ooh, 311. The guy's like,
yeah. Whoa. All right, you guys ready for this? This first one's huge. So, the talent show thing where they said that he has a mangina, right? Brennan has a mangina. So it's impossible because Derek couldn't have won the talent show with Ice Ice Baby in 1986 because the song wasn't released until 1990. So the movie is 2008, and he is 39 years old. So 22 minus 2008 is 1986. So well, the song isn't even out yet.
Do they ever say what year the movie takes place? Maybe it takes place in the near future, 5 years in the future from 2008.
No, it's not a futuristic movie. Don't nitpick my nitpick.
Okay, all right.
No, I think they didn't think hard enough about it. They didn't do the math long enough, so it's a continuity error essentially. But come on. Yeah. They didn't set any precedent that it's in the future because that Callaway 3 Wood, that was definitely a 2009 model. I'm a golfer. So I thought that was a deep dive, and I'm going to pat myself in the back for that one. Thanks for shitting on my nitpick story.
Well, 2009 model.
You know what? Guilty is charged with the story.
Rob, real quick. Yeah. Guilty as charged. You know what that's from?
No.
Well, hard.
The best quote though is not like ruining the story. It's in possibly the evening. That's such a condescending comment. Like underhanded fucking.
He doesn't know a fish. He doesn't know a fish is a.
All right, I got two more. Right, are bonita fish big? Like, what's this guy's deal? So, two more comments. Two more nitpicks here. Why didn't Mr. Doback kick him out earlier? Like, I get why Nancy didn't, just because she's such a sweetheart, right? And she loves Brennan, but like. Obviously, Robert is just fed up with the shit of Dale. Like, why did it take this for him to like finally be like, we're kicking you guys out, we're retiring all this shit? Like, you think he would have done it earlier? Am I crazy?
Yeah. Again, that's one of those like, how else does the movie happen situations? So,
okay, last one. So they have to share a room because Dale refuses to give up his studio drum kit, right? His room. So they're essentially saying that house only has 3 bedrooms. Bullshit. My house has 3 bedrooms, and my house is fucking tiny. That house is huge. There's probably like 5 bedrooms in that house, right?
Yeah, that one's weird. Why would there's probably a study downstairs, a basement, whatever. That one is weird.
Because it's
Well,
not
so
a
here's-
ranch. They show the view. It's like one of those weird, like 2 stories where it's all 2 stories though. It's like all equal. So essentially, it's the layout of a ranch, but it has 2 stories. That fucker's got 6 bedrooms, dude.
But here's the thing.
for the story.
But we're talking about
But-
learning doctors here, talking about things like this. So we're probably talking about rooms considered will become offices. Hence, again, they're letting Dale, who doesn't work and does nothing, have his own office. In reality, the biggest nitpick would be if you want your own fucking office guy. I mean, if I were Brennan, I'd be like, put your bed in there and live in your damn office. Then fuck you. Like, I'm not living with you. I'm 42 years old, a loser myself. I'll jack off in here alone. I don't need you with my night goggles watching me.
Even better, we have them when we're 40. All right. Get it. Moving on to best quote. This will be entertaining. Big Ray, give me your best quotes.
There's the good old well, I'll start with this one. Pan. No, my name is Pam. Are you saying Pan or Pam? Pam with an M. Panned. There's a D at the end. No, there's no D. It's Pam. It's like a combination except PANM. Like I'm just saying that whole scene, like that particular, like how can you not understand? I don't know. I don't understand that. There's great writing to like not understand Pam. It's literally 3 fucking letters.
Well, remember when Will Ferrell at the dinner is also mispronouncing Robert's name? He calls him Robin.
Yeah,
Right?
And then he's like, no, it's Robert. He's like, Robin. He like does the Robin. He's so
Go back.
It's kind of a callback to that, right?
Yeah, don't call him Mr. Doback. Doback.
And he calls him Doback. It's so funny. Okay, Doback.
Sorry, Robin.
Yeah. I mean, just the whole. He's just like, so you're telling me I have a belly full of white dog shit, and you're selling the house, and I gotta move out? What the fuck is going on here?
And we have to go to therapy?
Right. I mean, and yeah, and then we have to go to therapy. And also, who's driving my boat? Dad, shut the hell up.
Please shut up.
Yeah, please shut up. And then of course, you get a divorce? Of course. These two are like the 2 biggest dickheads ever be alive. Like, of course it's their fault.
Got the 2 biggest dickheads in the world living in your house.
I swear, I'm
Story, what do you got?
At my mom, as soon as she's age, I'm putting her ass in a home. I'm putting
Like he has any authority to put her in a home. You know what I mean? Like
I'm adding ass.
that
But
is
I'm just
a really dark statement, but you know he would do it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've covered a ton of them that I had written down. I've got 10 here, but I think an underrated line is when Brennan gets asked if he's good at singing. He says, "I've been called the songbird of my generation by people who've heard me." So who's actually calling him that? Because his mom's only heard him sing twice. And then my second favorite line is the little girl at the playground who just spouts off, "Shut your mouth, SA!" Like, I don't know.
So unexpected. Literally,
Yeah.
like there's no Hispanic people involved in this, and like this little white girl who's probably 8, 9, probably like 9 or 10. Shut up, SA. It's like, whoa, okay.
And while my favorite line is the band singers, "Hey, listen, motherfucker," we did that one already.
Yeah.
The whole scene with Brennan and his mom in the car, Robert better not get in my face because I'll drop that motherfucker. You don't know any Johnny Hopkins.
I used to smoke weed with Johnny Hopkins.
You don't know any Johnny Hopkins. It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering.
We used to smoke that shit up every day.
It's a Northwestern and John Hopkins. I used to.
Is that good enough for you? Is that good enough for you, Brennan? No, it's not.
My all-time favorite one is the Dad, we're men. That means a few things.
Dude, by the way, I really feel like that really had to have been a major guy, like roommate quote for a long time, especially when guys would move out to get in and either to move in with their girlfriends, and basically more importantly that, like, hey guys, time's come. I gotta move on. Next step. Hey, if you do that, you won't be able to shit with the door open, make beef jerky. That's what we do, Ray. We literally never done one of those things once.
And that's why this
My
movie
dad.
is so great.
Go ahead.
Richard Jenkins, like, he doesn't try to play a foil to an out comedy Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. He's just straight. He's straight until he reaches his boiling point, and then he just explodes, and it's hilarious.
Speaking of exploding, my dad shits with the door open. And growing up, I have 3 siblings. We didn't have a lot of people over, but sometimes people would come over. And, we had 3 bathrooms in the house, but there was one on the bottom floor, which is in the main hallway. And he would just it was a small bathroom, just a single bathroom, no shower. And he just shitting with the door open, dude. And he didn't, it's his house, right? Which makes sense. But as you said, it's my house. Like, I'm shitting with the door open. I'm like, why? Like, he actively prefers to shit with the door open. Pretty
because
awesome.
he doesn't want the stink of his own to encase him.
Oh, that's a good one.
All on you.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer is just like a thing people say. Did we just become best friends? And then why do you have Randy Jackson's autograph on a martial arts weapon? Just you're not going to not get Randy Jackson's autograph. And then the drum set scene we touched on earlier, but just and I know the cops doesn't start till 4.
Hey. Not supposed to have your feet on the couch.
Also, I was there, but literally right before you said this thing, I was literally about to say, "Why are you sweating?" I was watching Cops. I feel like that's a very, very over, not in a bad way, but people use that quote all the time, just in friendship things. Like, that's a very
Cops is a great show. Cops is a great show.
Bad boys.
Typically in Jacksonville. All right, unanswerable questions. Unanswerable questions. I got a couple here. I'll lead it off with. How many times a week do you think these guys jerk off? So, who jerks off more and how many? Asking you guys. One a day is 7. I think it's over 10. They're 1.5, 2 times a day, right?
Oh, I was going to be upwards of 3. That's how that they
Yeah,
had nothing to do. They had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Parents are gone
Well, there's
most of the day.
The opening scene where
as soon as the mom walks out.
I'm watching the lady, and then it's fucking awesome. It's a yoga. So he's jerking off to yoga lady, which is not much. And then obviously Dale has that crazy collection of fucking Hustler magazines that are collectibles, and he's like, you're wrinkling the page. So,
but he's not checking up for those. If this is the end, shows us anything. You just can't control your loads.
Yeah, 20 times. Is that something about right, Story?
Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
Like I said, man.
What is a healthy amount? What do you guys think a healthy amount is to jerk off a week as a man?
Well,
once a day, 7 times.
There are studies that have indicated that up to a certain extent, ejaculating once a day is good for overall prostate health. So take that for what it's worth. Yeah, doesn't.
So I'm healthy as a horse. You're
science.
saying I'm the healthiest man alive, but you can't do it more than once a day. Is it actually like a counter? Is it counterintuitive to just jerk off?
Does your hand actually start to grow?
No,
hair on it?
diminishing returns beyond a certain extent. Again, there needs to be more research on the subject, but it doesn't hurt to do it all the time, other than when it becomes like an addiction.
But Story, does the science show the hair growing on the hand after a while? Does that science back up anything, or is that just
the what? The hair growing on the hand?
Yeah, have you ever heard that? It was like the joke parents would tell their kids.
That's an old
we'll know if you're doing it because hair will start growing on your hand.
Puritan scare tactic.
All of a sudden,
there's masturbation.
Story. This is why Story is the GOAT and why this 3 panel is the ideal panel for these, because I asked Story what the proper amount of times to masturbate a week, or I say jerk off, and Story says studies show, just to start a statement after what I just said is studies show. That's such a storyline, and I appreciate you, my dude.
This is what I bring to the table.
I love it. So clearly Dale was a virgin, because the scene where Catherine Hahn fucks him in the bathroom, the quote of "it's so slippery" indicates he's never felt a pussy, because it's slippery. It's wet. Ideally it's slippery unless she's not into you.
Yeah.
Right. So was Brennan a virgin too? Is most certainly yes.
I'm gonna say no, but I think he might have only done it maybe one time.
Because apparently, there's a quote in the beginning where they were wondering why the parents were talking to each other, why they didn't move out or why they didn't move on with their lives. Mm-hmm. And it happened right around the time of the divorce. So essentially they were frozen in time from 16 or 17 years old. So there's a chance Brennan got laid when he was 15 or 16, and then he never matured above that age. So story, Brennan, has he had sex? Did he have oral sex before, or is he a total newbie?
Is your conjecture that their Arrested Development is specifically related to the divorces of their respective spouses?
Well, one died, one got divorced. Brennan's dad left. Yeah. Dale's mom died.
Dale's mom died.
Right.
Is that in the movie?
Yeah, that's what. No, that when literally the scene that he's talking about. Jenkins says when Dale's mom passed, then what goes into like his problems of why he had a hard time, and then when she's talking about, she's like, well, when Brennan's father left us, then
well, I knew, because later on, Derek asked, "Are you trying to get mom and dad back together?" So I knew that one. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because remember when they're hanging the Christmas tree, and then Mary Steenburgen's like, "Hey, that's a nice sweater you have." It. Yeah, it was my mom's. So like, clear. Yeah, she died. So I'm saying like the divorce and then the death. I feel like kind of it's traumatic for these guys.
Oh yeah, no. They equally have their very traumatic problem that equally held them down to not mature past that, which is really interesting. I mean, because you know what, I really feel like Derek honestly fucked Brennan really with mentally when he did the whole
mangina thing. Yeah,
or had the perfect reaction. But during the talent show, we'll assume at that point that the dad had left, so he's already growing up without a dad, and just trying to deal with that whole trauma, and then just trying to have the confidence to sing in front of all these people, and then his little brother at that just completely annihilates him, and then even like literally to the old man in the crowd, man, when he's just like rocking back and forth. Oh my God.
How long do you think Brennan and the therapist lasted together? So obviously they're dating, so it actually worked. You think it actually worked? Because now he's successful. He has the karaoke business, right?
I bet they got married, bro, and had kids. She's delusional enough that like literally at the end, he knows it's totally fucking. Oh yeah, but Brennan sure does look good in that damn or whatever. Look damn good in that pirate hat. Yeah, get your rock out of that. Right, that's it. Yeah, that was one of my
questions. Is Denise there in a professional capacity at the dinner, or are they together now? Because
they're together.
No, they're together at that point for sure. Because that's why, like, when they introduce the whole, I would think that at that point they're a couple. I traveled 500 miles to give you my seed.
Oh man,
it's a great one, Jason. Good call, my brother.
You have any other unanswerable question story?
Yes. So, who filmed the music video, and where did they get the money to hire the
hookers,
the ladies, the actresses that were part of that? Why did Derek and his friends why are they laughing? Like they're supposed to be supposed to like Robert. Why are they laughing at when they know that Robert is absolutely devastated because that was his boat and his retirement plan? Do therapists really have a legal obligation to attend their patients' events if they threaten to hurl their bodies off of a helicopter? That's a weird one.
I feel like that they're dumbasses at that dinner you're talking about. They don't care about anyone. That's the point. It's like Derek's fake. Remember, you know the scene where he's like, dude, I'll do it for 4/5 commish, man. I want to. You know what really gets me off is helping out my bros. Like 4/5 commish. How about you'll do it for free? 4/5. He's giving. He's taking off $2,000. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's
4/5 commish. Like that statement is just garbage, bro.
So
garbage.
My biggest question then is nature versus nurture. Are Dale and Brennan the way they are because of they were just born that way, or is it because of the way that they were raised? And this is the ultimate sociological question, right? Nature versus nurture, and what effect that
definitely the parents
have on people's development.
I mean, you've seen what like people like Jackie Chan has said. Like, there's many major actors who've said like, I'm not giving my kids any money because if they can't figure out how to become successful by the time I die with my resources, why should I give them any money? That means they didn't try. So I'm just saying, like, there are many famous people out there who have that same mentality. Shaq's one of them. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. So I'm just saying, like, I would be putting it on the parents of just nurturing them to not get out of their habits.
Yeah, that's the ultimate question.
Well, you got any, Ray? Unanswerable questions?
Yeah, the only one, I mean, I think I said this over during this whole podcast, but just literally, what the hell have those two been doing the last 2 decades prior to this movie? Just in general.
Playing Guitar Hero, watching the yoga lady, jerking off, making nachos. Like,
again, I guess I'm not gonna. I know I'm not the perfect person by any means of the fucking whole notion of it, but dude, when I fucked my shoulder up, Rob, like 5 years ago, dude, and I was off work for like 6 months, bro. It drove like I was just like, okay, I watched enough TV, played enough video games. It's like smoked enough weed. Like, what the fuck else am I doing here? Like, I'm just saying.
And I know.
I know. There's sorry, I get it. There's generations of families who have never worked. I don't know. I don't get it, but I just feel like it just gets old after a while. You want to do something. I don't know. So that's just one thing. Again, I just said an unanswerable question for me because I personally just can't. And I know you two would probably be the same thing. Rob, I know you say you're not working, but you are working. You're doing something. You're putting effort into doing something. You're not just sitting at home not doing anything. So.
And I jerk off a lot. So I think that's the answer. Is they're
you're
jerking
rookie.
it.
You don't got rookie
like
numbers.
Their dicks are chafed. Yeah, I just know how to treat it so it doesn't chafe. You know what I mean? Story. Sorry. Any last questions that you have, or are we moving on here? Moving on. Okay. What's age? Jason has a super free boat ride you can get anytime with Tatis on it. What does that mean?
Tatas. He means Tatas.
Is that from the movie?
So Ray's Tatas can be getting on for free, Jason?
Like, you
Perfect.
offer a free boat ride that you can get anyone with Tatas on. I think that's what Jason said.
Ray's winning. Woo!
Ray, you got some luscious boobies, bro. I don't have any. I have a belly. I don't have boobies.
Oh, you
Story, you don't really have you don't really have tits, do you?
I've got
average pecs.
I've got muscular pecs. You do not want me to take this shirt off. I will. The whole audience will get turned on.
Says the guy that's always like, I'm not drinking this month. I need to lose weight.
How do you think?
That's why he has muscular pecs.
How do you think I keep this in such great shape under here? I'm like this. Like I lather these up with Kegels every day in the shower.
Oh
Jesus. Okay, what's age? What's age the best? What's age the worst?
He's like, you like this? You want to touch these? I haven't had a carb since 2004. I lather these bad boys up with Kegels in the shower every day.
But I really want to know what actor that was or model. I'm just saying because like obviously we know. I'm just saying like what. Just out of curiosity, what guy they pulled? All right, who's got a 6-pack? We can oil up one shot. That's all. You? All right.
It was not me. All right, I got a couple here. We kind of condensed this segment down just to a few. What's age the best? What's age the worst? So
got a couple.
Yeah, one of each. One of each. My age the worst is wasting a full bag of Doritos with a samurai sword because it's like $4 for a bag of Doritos now. So that's not age well. And I also like Doritos. And then
that is crazy.
Age the best. I kind of a tie here. Richard Jenkins' career, because I love him in everything as a character actor, but the Coakley performance in Hall Pass. Have you guys seen Hall Pass?
Oh my God, yes.
It's like they built this character up like Coakley's out of town, Coakley's in Europe, and you expect it to be some younger, like, hip, like party boy guy, and it's fucking Richard Jenkins. Like, just his skin's, how old he's just old, and like he just is this know-all ass slayer is what he is. And like that, he got that role probably specifically from this movie, and he's in some other stuff. And again, he's just, I love Richard Jenkins. And then Mary Steenburgen is I don't know how to pronounce her name. Steenburgen, she looks great. She's a gilf, always a gilf. Still looks great. Looks great in Curb. I want to bang her. There it is.
Steenburgen.
Steenburgen, yeah.
Yeah. So age the best is like this is the comedy duo between Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, I think, is unparalleled. And then this might be the most quotable movie in comedy history. Like this is not the best comedy of all time, but I can't think of another movie that I have more quotable lines from. What age the worst? The douchey corporate bros, like that's still floating around all the time. Bullying / attempted murder / beating up children probably doesn't age very well. And then the movie has some, I would say, modern day problems when it comes to certain homophobic slurs in there. Like even in 2008, that word probably wasn't acceptable, and it's used quite a bit in this movie. That would be my only real problem with the movie.
Raymond?
Yeah, story. I'm pretty much piggybacking on just because that's. I said the movie itself, the buddy comedy with it, and the quotability, just sort of all in one for me because. The movie has aged like fine wine. I understand the story you just said. There are some things about it, which we all know, aren't perfect about it. But in general, the general sense of this whole movie, though, the whole just the whole premise of it. That like it was very original when it came out. Just two older 40-year-old dudes who never done anything, and their parents getting married, and they have to deal with each other. You know what I mean? Basically dealing with a mirror of themselves. And then just on top of that, like I said, with the buddy comedy, I mean, there's an endless list of buddy comedies that are out there throughout, history from the 70s, and maybe I'm sure before that and on. But this one definitely will always live on to be one of the best. And like Story said, this, if it's not the most quotable movie, it's definitely on the Mount Rushmore, and it's not even close. I mean, there's just even it's just like a 2-line, 1-line thing. People say various different quotes from this movie continuously and will forever, I feel like, because this will end up being like our children's age generation of like Billy Madison. You know what I mean? It's a little more raunchy, obviously, but and just saying in that aspect type deal.
Yeah, I think Anchorman is right there with it in quotability.
I think,
Sex Panther.
and Colby makes a good point. Talladega Nights is right there too. It's not as good of a movie. It's not as funny as a movie, but man, there's some quotable lines in that movie.
Yeah, I'm not. I agree. It's very quotable, but it's not something I go back and rewatch very often.
It drags.
I'd rather watch this or Anchorman.
I'll have to find the actor. There was some very it was a famous, very, very famous serious actor or director, one of the two. And his favorite movie, first thing he said was Talladega Nights. It was very shy. I'll find it and let you guys know. But it was like one of those things that when I tell you guys, you'd be like, that guy? What the hell? I'm just saying, it was very unexpected.
All right. What memorabilia do you guys want from this movie?
I think if you didn't say the Samurai Sword with Randy Jackson's name on it, what do you even Step Brothers? And then the
is that what you got, Ray?
I have Katana on there. Yep.
Yeah.
I got Chewbacca mask. I want that crossbow just because the crossbow's badass. I want that just their suit with the J's. It's a badass little get up. That's I mean, not necessarily for an interview, but just in general.
Yeah, and then the black leather gloves. If we're talking fashion, I'll take those as well.
Yeah, there you go. And I said the drum set as well.
Is that all you have, Story? Or you have anything else?
No, I mean the pinnacle is I think the Samurai Sword. So
give me the ship.
Neither of you guys mentioned the fake balls.
Give me the shipboat the treehouse too. If I could have that in my backyard, I'll be doing the podcast in there every day.
I want the fake balls, bro.
I mean, again, it's a conversation piece. I don't want those hanging on my wall.
You get
a samurai sword.
I do.
You get a samurai sword in your living room, and everyone's like, "Oh, you got a samurai sword!" Like, did you?
I'd rather have
it off? When
I'd rather have Johnny Knoxville's fake balls. So those big old.
Well, you heard it was like between $2,000 and $20,000, so they're expensive. You know what I mean?
But we're also.
GT agrees. GT agrees. Fake balls.
I know what you.
You can just have them out of your pants. I want those. But
I'm saying the Johnny Knoxville ones I'm talking about, they would hang halfway down your thigh, not just pop out a little bit. Those things were saggers hanging out of your pants.
What do you guys think about Johnny Knoxville doing the new Fear Factor?
Man, that white hair does him no favors whatsoever.
Really? I don't think he looks that bad.
He didn't look bad. He just looks aged. I think he knows if he dyes hair, he'll just end up going bald, and he figures, well, I don't want to go bald, so I'll just go white. Yeah, I guess you got to embrace it. But
I'm saying, I'm just shocked that he has the same hairstyle. It's just white.
I never could get down on Fear Factor. The stunts, I think, are awesome, and I would love to try some of that. It's the gross out stuff, eating.
Yeah,
stuff,
the eating roaches and shit.
So you're not.
I liked watching it because I love Joe Rogan, so I like watching Rogan. That's it.
Wait, we're not about to have a contest of who can eat the most cow dongs on between the three of us? No.
That's about a normal Friday for me.
Mountain oysters? How about mountain oysters? Those are normal.
Listen, I'll eat oysters. I'll eat clams. I'll eat.
Oh, you eat mountain oysters? Okay.
I'll eat.
I'll
eat gooey duck, right? But
all the mountain oysters are cow balls, bro. Because when I was in the 90s, I went to my aunt and uncle's in Lombard, and my aunt and uncle were from Kansas, and my mom told me, she's like, yeah, they're having mountain oysters. I was like, oh, like you said, some sort of oyster.
Mountain oysters?
Yeah. My mom's like, no. You don't, because I was under 10 years old. She's like, you do not want these. And I was like, why? She's like, they're bull's balls. I was like, again, under 10 years old. I'm like, what? What? She's like, yeah, either just don't eat and we'll get some on the way home, or eat PB&J.
All right, we're moving on to who peaked, what peaked, Apex Mountain. And by the way, we got another goal, Matt. So since Ray has to wake up early tomorrow, I'm going to do double duty. I'm going to take a shot and a chug. Oh, Ray's doing it? I'll do it anyway.
Nice.
Let's go. Who peaked? What peaked? Apex Mountain. Catherine Hahn. Is this her Apex? Is this her peak?
No, because like Ray said, she had her own Marvel show. She was
that's peaking.
A regular in WandaVision, and then she had her own Marvel show afterwards. So I don't think she peaked at all.
That's unfortunate. I know you hate it, Rob, but that's peaking.
I would say Mary Steenburgen probably peaked. I mean, she did some stuff after that, and she has been in Curb Your Enthusiasm. But in terms of like a movie star, I think she kind of peaked there.
Yeah,
she's in Back to the Future 3, bro.
Which was before this, I would assume.
Yeah, long.
Yeah, 1990.
90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
That could be her peak.
Obviously, I know that Back to the Future 3 was before Step Brothers.
Yeah, it's the female lead in that movie.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like I don't know what she did movie wise after this. Maybe a thing here and there. I'm sure she's in movies, and I think she's pretty good in Curb. But otherwise, that would be my vote.
It's probably this because she's in Curb during this, so it's this stretch of time.
That's true.
So it would be this.
That stretches until the late 2010s, though.
Will Ferrell, what is this? Is this it? 2008, or I was thinking Anchorman is probably his peak.
No,
because Anchorman did better than this.
In our opinion, but in reality, I have him and John C. Reilly. I think that this is both their peak because I mean. John C. Reilly, we could have made said Talladega Nights. Which is
Walk Hard, dude. That's his own movie. He finally got his own movie in Walk Hard.
Oh, and that was 09, I think. Maybe was that 08? Maybe 09. Maybe it was 07.
I don't know.
Either way,
I thought Walk Hard was before this movie, but
no, you're right. No, it was 07. It was 07. This was 08. But I'm just saying, I know we're talking about this movie exactly, but I think that this time period, like this, so 08 for both these actors was like their peak, like. That was the pinnacle of their careers.
So possibly as like their comedy peak.
Correct. That's sort of what I'm thinking. Yes.
Peak. But in terms of like being a movie star, definitely not. Will Ferrell is still probably as big a draw today as he was in 2008.
Fact. That I can agree with.
Maybe not.
But Adam Scott.
No, not even close, dude. This is before his Parks and Recreation.
I know. What is it? What is it? I'm just trying to.
His peak is right now. It's Severance.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He's completely. He was a comedy guy, and he's totally taking that into new stratospheres of drama.
Yeah, I agree with Ray.
All that. So, yeah. No. Both those. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm still going to stick with what I said. I think it's Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly just. On their, I think with Story's right though, it's their comedy careers because John C. Reilly, like Rob said, like in the beginning with this, that guy has so many great non-comedy movies that he's been in.
Yeah,
that he is not just a comedy actor, but he's got his chops and he's definitely clearly got the chemistry with Will Ferrell.
You have any other Apex Mountain peaking story? Right?
I think you would. I would say. Just for argument's sake, Rob Riggle, but you would probably say he's never even reached the peak. So
but this is 08.
That dude lives in Death Valley, bro. Lowest point.
I can't believe you don't like Rob Riggle. That's wild to me.
He's not funny. He's not funny at all. He tries to be very funny. I thought his stuff on Fox NFL pregame was funny, but that was written good.
I didn't care.
He's not writing his jokes.
I'm just saying, like, you ever see The Internship?
Yeah, awesome.
No, I don't think that's an Owen Wilson movie.
Yeah, Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, and he's got a cameo near the end.
I love that
Vince
movie.
Vaughn is so much funnier than Rob Riggle.
Okay, well, we've beaten this horse to death. So
yeah, you all not lamb and fries kind of guy.
I don't know what that's from. Is that from?
Me neither. That's what I'm asking.
That might be from Funny Farm, that Chevy Chase movie in the late 80s.
Ooh,
I don't know. Jason,
Funny
let us
Farm.
know.
I actually was going to watch that.
Let us
know what that is.
There's something about like sheep testicles in that or something along those lines. I don't know if that's what he's referring to.
No, that is what it's from because that's when he's eating.
Really?
That's what he's eating. That's because he's at the bar and he's eating the fucking Bulls balls and he doesn't know it. And they're like, oh, what, 5 more to break the record. He's like, he has a mouthful. We'll bring another. And he just like mows them all down.
Oh,
Yeah, we got a new winner. And they're like, yeah, we've never had anybody eat this many Bulls balls before. Bulls testicles. He's like, what? And just fucking freaks out. Oh, Jason, you're you're a nasty bastard with your great knowledge of your movie.
We love
quotes.
Jason.
I was going to say he knows.
I'm glad Jason's watched this one though, so he's gonna come on Tropic Thunder here in a month or so whenever we do it. One Oscar to give, gentlemen. Who are you giving it to?
Richard Jenkins.
Ooh, supporting.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, he doesn't try to play foil to the two leads. He just lets the movie and the comedy come to him. I think he's great in this movie.
Ray, what do you got?
it's an easy answer. I just give it the code to the main guys just because when I first watched this movie, it was the shell shock of watching 40-year-old gentlemen literally acting as if they were teenagers and or more importantly, probably younger. Because when this movie came out, summer of 2008, I was 17. So I'm just saying, like, watching it as a 17-year-old and watching the way that these guys acted, it just was so good because it was so believable to understand that this is how the way that their minds worked, that they acted like they were 10 to 12 years old. Like when they're like, hey, we left money for you to get pizza. Well, what if I want wings? You don't need wings. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like just those, and then the dinner and just all these different things that they acted. It just was so believable that they really just killed it. I mean, without them, there's no Driven movie. But I mean, story, that's a good call though, because I think that's pretty much from what I've understood over the years of watching, interviews and commentary and stuff like that, is that's pretty much what it was, is that he sort of just drove on as an actual, like, if you were the parent reacting to how these two idiots, how you would want to react. Sort of like, I don't know if you guys know in Dumb and Dumber, the guy, when they pick him up, the guy has the heart attack. That's him screaming at them when they're doing the my king bird, yeah, because I guess the director told Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels be as annoying as possible, and that got the reaction from that guy, and they're like, the director's like, keep it going. So I'm just saying that.
All right,
Jenkins is really good, man. That's a good call. Story.
Awesome.
We have the last two categories are I'm going to give the same for both. One Oscar and who won the movie. So my Oscar is going to John C. Reilly because he is just as funny, if not funnier, than Will Ferrell. And Will Ferrell only does comedy. John C. Reilly is a legitimate actor, and he kills in this movie. So I'm going to say John C. Reilly also wins the movie. Or the other answer could be we won the movie because it's an all-time classic.
I was going to go with Dale and Brennan.
Who won the movie to you guys? Adam McKay. Adam McKay could have been the winner.
Adam McKay has, dude, Adam McKay is one of the best SNL writers of all time. But I say Dale and Brennan because they miraculously managed to start this karaoke company out of the blue that's incredibly successful, it turns out. Also, if you look at Colby's comment, you had mentioned John C. Reilly and his acting chops. He brings up a good point. In Gangs of New York, John C. Reilly is a serious character. It just shows you how good his range is. And he's great in that movie. When he's shaking down the dead rabbits or what will become the dead rabbits, that's such an amazing.
Plus, he was also in Perfect Storm. He's really good in that too.
I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, he's got the touching moments.
You ever seen that movie, Story? I would say
touching moments with his little kid, and
I'm not going to sit here and say Story. It's like, oh my god, all-time classic. But it's like, if you've never seen it, you need to watch it.
Clooney, Wahlberg, John C. Reilly,
William Fichtner.
Oh, I like William Fichtner a lot.
Fichtner's in there. Yeah, he's awesome.
And as a matter of fact, Fichtner and John C. Reilly are like enemies on the boat. Like they don't like each other. So.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Dude, that guy's been in so much shit.
Dude, he is the ultimate actor, bro, because he could walk down the street, and unless film like us, he could just walk right past you. You would never know. I mean, I would, because I love the guy. I know him in many movies. But if you're just a normal human being, like he could walk right past you. Rob, our story, I've always told Rob, that's like the perfect level of fame and richness I would want if you're going to be an actor. be like a good character actor or just above a character actor like he is, and just do pretty much anything you want, but not be like a full blown like lead actor to where you can't go do anything on your own and not be bothered by the public. Because I mean,
we forgot about John Hawkes. John Hawkes is in that movie.
Oh,
I love John Hawkes.
Oh yeah,
little dude.
Yeah, the guy with the
And then
stash.
also Diane Lane, who's my all-time
He's
love
really
affair.
good in Contagion. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah,
Skinny guy, right?
yeah,
Skinny guy with brown hair.
yeah, skinny little small guy. Yeah,
He was. Did you guys ever see Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf?
No.
sounds made up.
Definitely not.
You know who else is in Perfect Storm? Michael Ironside, who's my like.
Oh,
spirit
Michael
animal.
Ironside.
Oh, yeah,
Michael Ironside is funnier than Rob Riggle, bro. All right, this was a great show. Felt good to get back to the movies, boys. It's been a minute. So
In a minute, yeah.
Yes, sir.
we got under 2 hours too, which is pretty impressive.
Wild. I was just looking at.
I feel like the
it is Ray. Go back and check.
unreal,
Like,
bro.
It's
unreal.
It is unreal. He's an all-time character actor.
He's literally in so many. He's in so many movies, and the character he plays in almost every movie I've seen him in, he's a memorable character.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he's like the main guy or anything. Like I've said many times, I love Armageddon. It's a bad, good movie, but I love it to death. I'll watch it over and over again and never get sick of it. But like his character in that, like I love that. When he pulls the gun out and then Steve Buscemi walks and just comes up the elevator. What did I miss here? Like,
Oh man, it sucks up here.
dude. Think about it. He's in the opening scene of The Dark Knight. He's the
right,
badass with the
he's
shotgun in the bank.
He's
Respect.
in Black Hawk
Yeah.
Down. Like he's awesome.
No, he's
Dude,
in
if we ever
so many
if I ever
movies.
meet William Fichtner, I'm gonna have him record a little video for the pod.
dude, yeah, we should.
We
Yes,
should
we
have a
did, well,
show.
dude,
we should have a show for the
literally split a
all-time
cameo.
like that guy.
Yeah, all-time character
dude,
actor.
guys, that's what we
Also,
need to do. We need to
William
find an
Fichtner,
actor that
you
we
guys-
all want.
Bruce Greenwood. You remember Bruce Greenwood? He's an
no.
all-time character actor as well.
I'm saying, no, and what character? I'm saying, I'm sure I'll know. Like, what's it?
You probably he's the president or not the president. He's the CEO of the company in iRobot. He's in a show called Nowhere Man. He's in Rob, you'll know him, in Flight. He's the union guy, the Southern Union guy.
Oh yeah,
the guy that's with John Cheadle.
Yeah,
that's his buddy.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
You know who else? You know who else in
Bruce
this
Greenwood.
conversation?
Bruce Greenwood.
James Rebhorn. James Rebhorn.
I know that name. Help me out.
Rebhorn.
He's in everything ever. He's the,
Oh yes! Oh
he's-
my God, dude!
He's Dickie
It's-
Greenleaf's dad
it's
and
the
talented
guy
Mr.
that has the-
Ripley. He's in
sorry,
Independence
it's like-
Day.
Oh
He's
yeah,
bald.
he's
bald up here.
Secretary of Defense in Independence Day. I know that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he is in every. He always plays kind of an asshole.
Meet the Parents.
Yeah, Meet the Parents, dude. Meet the Parents. He is so fucking.
He's
good.
epic in that. Yeah,
He makes.
He always calls him
that's still
fucker.
so- yeah, where do they go, fucker?
yeah. So we got to do a show on like these guys that are just like the best of the best. That are just like, you're in the
Best
background
character
for some. Now I think Philip Seymour Hoffman is actually the winner because he only has a couple
No,
leads.
he's too big.
But
He's
he's
too big
so
of an actor.
good.
He's too big of an actor.
No, I
Okay,
get
but,
that.
like,
It's because he was
It's
too
like
good,
Twister.
right? He was
Like
too
his
good at his
Twister,
job.
his Twister guy. You know what I mean? Like his
No,
movies.
dude, no. There's only two. He only has two leading roles, I think.
I didn't say that was a
Philip
leading
Seymour
role.
Hoffman.
He was not a leading role in Twister.
No, I'm saying he only has two leading roles ever. Philip Seymour
The
Hoffman.
Master and
The weird biopic he did. What's the biopic he did?
In
that
Cold
everyone
Blood.
loved?
the
Yeah,
British.
Capote. Capote.
Capote.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about
Capote.
Capote. It's a biopic of Capote when Capote was writing In Cold Blood.
Correct.
There's like three. There's like three total, dude. That's it. Like the rest of but it's just that he stands out so much. That's
Hey,
why we don't consider
I'm sure
him.
you two could tell me
Saying,
what
like,
is.
If
Oh,
you
sorry.
if you got an Oscar, you can't count. Like you can't count.
Real
Don't
quick,
blame the
what-
guy for being so good at his job. He's essentially a sixth man that won an MVP, is what you're
What is-
saying.
Can you guys
No,
tell me?
yeah.
I know you both will be able to tell me. What is that major meme of Philip Seymour Hoffman, like all beat up looking and like seriously just looking right at Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise is like all like he's bloody. He's just like, no, don't do it. You know, it's, oh my God, it's
It's Mission
basically-
Impossible.
that's what it was. Yeah, okay. The story
Mission
basically people
Impossible
use
3.
that for things of like things that you shouldn't talk about, and it's like usually like especially like I've seen memes. It's like once I had 5 drinks during the holidays, and I want to start talking about politics. My wife looks at me, and then it shows that meme, and that the wife is Tom Cruise. Like, no.
Text
Don't
me that
do
meme, Ray, because I don't